Good morning and welcome to the Veteran Wellbeing Summit. My name is Jackie Vanderveld. I'm a Director of Wellbeing Australia, a member of the organising committee for the summit, and I'm very pleased to be hosting this session today. So in keeping with Wellbeing Australia's vision to support an environment where all Australians are engaged, motivated to learn and develop, and are proactive in managing their own wellbeing, we are gathering stories and people who have success in promoting veteran wellbeing, mental health and suicide prevention. So before I introduce our presenter today, I've got a few housekeeping items to cover. We are going to make this available on demand after today's session, and also it will be accessible through our webpage, and we'll have the video embedded there probably in a few days' time. We'd love to hear from you during this session, so if you do have questions for Klaus, who is our presenter today, please send those through the Q&A tab at the bottom of your screen, and we will be answering those questions towards the end of the session. So don't forget to hashtag VWS 2020, and we are a Veteran Health Week event this week as part of the Veterans Health Week nationally. So our presenter today, and I've got new tools on this on the controls here, Klaus, so I'm getting busy making sure that I'm actually doing the right thing and spotlighting people correctly now. Mm-hmm. So you're up on the screen. So there's Klaus. Klaus is the author of Your Heart Can Help. The Answer is Within You, an innovative, comprehensive, heart-based self-help resource available widely as a book and ebook, and we've got those links up on the website. So he's going to be looking at some unique exercises today and helping to how we can harness the heart's power and make that available to everybody. So Klaus, I'm going to hand over to you and welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Jackie. And what an honor to be here. What a pleasure to be here. And also thank you everyone who on this Saturday morning is making the time and joining this webinar. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. But I'm also grateful for the learning I've had being with people for now over 15 years, learning about something we intuitively know is there. We have a heart. We say to a friend, let's meet for a heart-to-heart. And if someone says that to you, or you say that to a friend, there is an importance, there is a meaning to it. Imagine, on the contrary, someone would say to you, let's meet for a brain-to-brain. You would inside or even say out loud, I'm not sure what that is. In fact, we butt heads and we connect heart-to-heart. So the heart has, as Jackie already said, the heart has a beautiful ability to support us. We refer to it. There is peace in my heart. I am happy in my heart. And yet we know very little about it. So I'm passionate about sharing that with everyone. And I know in this day, in this time, and for whatever reason, we struggle sometimes to go through life. So I hope at the end of this seminar, you have another tool that will help you, and that is your tool. It's inside you. It's always available. So I'm happy to share this next hour with you. I'm sharing my screen now, so you can follow the presentation. I believe you can still see me at the same time in some corner of your screen. And excuse me, I have made the webinar as interactive as possible. So you will be engaged in some of the exercises. You will be invited to, you don't have to. But as you allow yourself to participate, you will get to know this heart of you. So let us go to the first slide. And I put this slide together because I get this response a lot. Oh, I'm not sure whether I want to use my heart more. I'm quite comfortable with my brain. And so on. So I thought this cute little cartoon will help to represent that a little bit. And also, in terms of the session, I'm hoping you get a sense of this heart of yours can help you to become more stronger, to build that inner strength and to become lighter, happier, more well. And I also want to share with you the impact of more heart in terms of all relationships around you. So the overview of the session this morning is I will talk a little bit about what's resilience, what is the mind and brain, and what are these hearts. So what is this heart, or what is the second heart? And of course, relating all of that to well-being and to an improved heart and mind balance. Also relating that to relationships around us, how the heart can help to shift that into a more positive, more constructive, and of course, more loving space. And what is this learning by heart? Again, we have a saying, learn by heart. But what exactly is that? But learning by heart is different to learning something with our mind and brain, which is of course important. The heart has its own ability to help us, and hopefully we can tap into that, and you can start to experience some of that today. So we want to understand and touch a little bit what is mind-based, what is heart-anchored, look at some of the testimonials. I want to share with you some of the pathways of learning. So after the hour today, you have options to continue to experience, to learn, to strengthen that heart and build that inner strength. And I talk a little bit about my book because that's one of the avenues. But I need to say, as you probably see in the little footers or when you go to the website, the book is around the not-for-profit entity I have created, so not-for-profit organization. So it is really to share it as widely as possible in a not-for-profit way. So what is resilience? There's some definitions you can find. I put this fairly general definition up. Resilience is the power or ability of a material to return to its original form, and so on. So let's be technical. In a more personal or psychological way, resilience is defined in different ways, but it's defined as the ability to mentally or emotionally cope with the crisis and to return to a pre-crisis status quickly. Resilience exists when the person uses mental processes and behaviors in doing so. Now, I find it already interesting, and this is a pattern I discover. There's a strong focus on the mind, like here, a mental process. When, again, what I want to share with you, you have several tools in your toolbox. One is your mind, one is your heart. Of course, we have the body, and we can add the heart to helping us to be more resilient. Before we start with the heart, let's look at the mind and brain a little bit. So in this first poll, which Jackie will help us with, I want to ask you, how active do you believe your brain is on an average day, any given day? Is it 3 to 5%, around 10%, 20 to 50, over 50, or in fact 90 to 100? So just have a punt, click the button, be spontaneous, don't try to get it right. I hope to make a fairly light session out of all of this, yeah? So is it 3 to 5, about 10, 20 to 50, 50, 90 to 100? So just have a guess. And we wait a couple more moments. I'll take a snapshot of that. So thank you, Jackie. So, okay. Look, there's a pattern here you can all see, I believe. Yeah, 10%, 20, 50. So the winner is around 10%. Yeah. So if we can go back to the slides and so Jackie, can we stop the poll? I'm not sure.
Yes, I did stop the poll, so we should be seeing your
slides again. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you for participating in this. Now, I love that little picture here. Yeah. So are you sometimes feeling overwhelmed, like, the diver maybe with a huge whale, exhausted or tired? And I'm inclined to say, yes, it's quite easy to do so, because according to current research, we actually use the majority of our brain almost all the time, even when we're doing something quite simple, like wiping a table or mowing the lawn even. And then, of course, it doesn't stop there. A lot of the brain is even active when we are resting or even sleeping. So it means that about 24/7, our mind and brain is being challenged, is being working, is doing something. Yeah. Now let us move on and have a look at what do we associate with a beautiful mind or with the mind. And of course, there's reference to the movie here. Yeah. So, and this is quite correct. Yeah. We associate intelligence, success, power, control, and so on. And you have additional associations with that. But there's a flip side to that. With a mind, or with the mind, we also associate headaches, tiredness. Yeah, if we need to do too much thinking or reading, overthinking, mental ill health is when the mind is not quite right. Even it flips over into emotion. Someone too intelligent or very intelligent, there might be then an arrogance with that. So it is common to associate with the mind good and positive things, but also not so good negative aspects. So let us do a simple exercise. And again, please, I'd like to invite you to try not get too tense about it. Have a crack at now without your phone or calculator. In your head or on a piece of paper, try to work out these two formulas, yeah? 39 times 24. Now have a go at that on a piece of paper in your head, 39 times 24. I do this a lot, yeah, and some people, they're really onto it and they get it, and other people, they try, but they remember it's too far in the back, or in the past, sorry. Yeah, and if you have done the first one, try the second one, 235 times 128. I'll give you one more minute. Just try, but please don't get upset with me, yeah. But give it a shot. Okay, and stop. Now, close your eyes for a moment. It may help, or leave them open. But notice what have you gone through? Where, and also where is your energy? Where is like activity, energy, or even busyness? And then if you like, share in the chat. There's a chat function to Zoom, so you can share in the chat or Q&A, like Jackie said earlier. Just one or two comments. Where did you feel the activity, the energy now after being given a mathematical exercise? Good. Yeah. Okay. Someone says quite focused. Yeah. In front of my head. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. I don't want to stay too long with this one. So I hope it goes back to, interesting, goes back to, okay. So just to share with you, here is the result. Yeah, but don't worry about it. I did not want you to get it right. I wanted for you to experience. If I'm giving something to think about, okay, what will happen to me? Okay, my energy goes more to the head, to the mind, which is very normal. And again, the mind, the head, the brain is very important. Yeah. So now let's move to the heart. So let's do a poll again. How active is your heart on an average day? How much of your heart do you use? Yeah, let's, Jackie, please do the second poll. And again, take it with a grain of salt. We're just having some fun and starting to warm up and go into the topic, into the material. Okay, someone says 100%. Yeah, great. Yeah, we just leave it open for another half minute. And again, there's no pass, no fail, no succeed. Yeah, this is just for us to have a look at that. Okay, great. So most of you say you use your heart quite a bit. Yeah, so if we can stop the poll, yeah, wonderful. So most of you say you use the heart quite a lot. Yeah, this is wonderful. So there's a third poll I want to share with you, and then we remeasure again at the end of the seminar. The third poll, if you can bring it up, Jackie, I want you to look at this poll and just score yourself. Right now, this moment, how do you feel? I feel a little bit tense, yeah, perhaps even, some irritation from somewhere, I don't even know. I feel quite relaxed, neutral. We can say that's in the middle. I feel relaxed and lightly positive. And then there's a fourth one. Again, just score yourself where you believe you are right now, this moment. Okay, great. Yeah. This is wonderful. Thank you for participating. Okay, and again, I'll take a snapshot. I can come back to it later. Terrific, great. Thank you, Jackie. And let's look a little bit further. So, some nice sayings I put in the middle of the presentation. So what do we associate with the heart? Yeah. So again, this is my question to you. What do you associate with the heart? And then this is really just some brainstorming there. We associate weakness, but also intelligence, wisdom. We associate love, and so on. Yeah. So what do you associate with the heart? And then I'd like to ask Jackie to share a little video clip for like warm up. It's actually some of the research about the heart by a particular organization. So Jackie, if we can please play the video, I'd be very grateful.
Most people know what it feels like to be in a state of harmony and flow, where our hearts and minds are working together, and there's a genuine connection with others involved. It's easy to love this experience of synergy, but oftentimes this happens by chance, rather than by design or intention. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to produce this flow on demand in our day-to-day communications, projects, and challenges? Research shows that when we shift into a coherent state, the heart and brain operate synergistically, like two systems that mesh into one. We can learn how to activate and sustain the synergy between the heart and brain and prevent stress-producing patterns, along with increasing our mental clarity and discernment capacity. When we do this, our creative solutions for personal, social, and global challenges become more accessible, providing us with more intuitive access and flow. Over the past 20 years, the Institute of Heart Math has produced coherence-building techniques that are intentionally simple and based on scientific research. Our mission theme is to simplify a process for intuitive connection to the soul's wisdom and guidance for unfolding who we truly are. New research suggests that our energetic or spiritual heart is an access point for our natural inner technology, the heart's intuitive intelligence, which can elevate our communications, decisions, and choices to a much higher level of effectiveness. One interesting finding from our research is that when people hold genuine core heart feelings such as appreciation or compassion, it naturally increases their heart coherence. We use the term energetics to refer to the systems that we can't see or touch. For example, our thoughts, emotions, and intuitions. The mind and heart feelings are energetic sources that underlie our thoughts and emotions. They're primary drivers of our biological systems and have a powerful influence on our behaviors, choices, and results. The intuitive energetic heart is what people have associated with their inner voice throughout history. From our perspective, the energetic heart communicates a steady stream of intuitive information to the mind and brain, which in most cases we only use a small percentage of, because our ego choices overrides the intuitive suggestion. Access to our heart's intuition varies among people, yet we all have it. As we learn to slow down our mind and attune to our deeper heart feelings, our natural intuitive connection can occur. Intuition is like energetic gold. Intuitive insights often unfold more understanding of ourselves, others, issues, and life than years of accumulated knowledge. That's why the state of coherence is rapidly gaining interest. In this state, more and more people are reporting increased access to their heart's intuitive guidance, realizing it's within them, and with a little practice, it's easier to access than they thought. Research conducted in our laboratories has confirmed that when an individual is in heart coherence, the heart radiates a more coherent electromagnetic energy field that can benefit people, animals, and the environment. A growing body of scientific evidence suggests that when there is coherent group cooperation, it results in increased flow, effectiveness, and the potential for higher outcomes. It seems as though the group participants are not only in sync, but are communicating on an unseen energetic level. Our personal coherence can benefit our families, co-workers, friends, pets, and more, simply by our presence. From our research, we know that heart coherence is not an idle state. It reaches out, it influences and supports others in many beneficial ways. Scientific evidence provides support for a global field environment that connects all living systems and consciousness. Many scientists believe that a feedback loop exists between all humans and the Earth's energetic systems. We are working together with other initiatives to realize the increased effectiveness of collective intention and cooperation. There are growing numbers of organizations with tools and techniques that facilitate increased heart connection and collaboration with others. This evolves into a collective opening of the heart, which is a major step towards increasing social and global coherence. We call this heart-based living. IHM, through its Global Coherence Initiative project, is strategically placing 14 sensors around the world to measure the Earth's magnetic resonance. This global network will enable our scientific inquiry into the interconnections between the Earth's magnetic field and collective human emotions and behaviors. Science has shown that the Earth's magnetic field affects humans in profound ways, but our intention is to study how humans, as a collective, affect the Earth's magnetic field environment. Every individual's energy contributes to the global field environment, and each person's thoughts, emotions, and intentions affects the field. A first step in increasing the coherence of the field environment is for each individual to take responsibility for their own energy. We can do this by becoming more conscious of the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes that we are feeding the field each day. Our hypothesis is that as enough individuals increase their heart coherence, it leads to increased social coherence. As a critical mass of cultures and nations become more harmoniously aligned, this can eventually lead to increased global coherence and sustainable peace. Doc Childre, the founder of HeartMath, puts it this way: as more of humanity practices heart-based living, it will qualify the rite of passage into the next level of consciousness. Using our heart's intuitive guidance will become common sense, based on practical intelligence.
Thank you, Jackie. And welcome. We have additional participants join, so thank you very much. And in terms of, I quite like the clip and how it describes the working of the heart, intuition. They describe as energetic gold. And I need to say, from the experience of my learning, it's not quite the case like that. It's something even more precious that the heart does and helps us with. But the term energetic gold, of course, is something quite beautiful. In the family section of my book, I've actually made a reference of that working of the heart in terms of, this is from the family section, wherever we are living with our family close by, or if the family is on the other side of the planet. When we change our own heart, when we have what we commonly say, a change of heart, it will affect the ones close to us. So this is some of the function of the heart already explained. So let us move more into the heart material now. So in fact, we have two hearts, and the HeartMath Institute here already describes that, the energetic heart. So we have the physical heart, the pump, of course, quite important organ, and modern medicine has some amazing work and research they have done there. But there is the non-physical heart, the energetic heart, second true heart, different names. Yeah, and of course, throughout history we have associated that with beautiful feelings like peace, joy, but then also with love and with unconditional love. Yeah. So in terms of the second heart, it's at the center of our chest. A beautiful term and very appropriate term is, in fact, to refer to it also as a center of feeling, because beautiful feelings, while your brain can help you to generate the feelings, you will only ever feel it in your heart. And so as we improve our heart, those feelings become stronger, clearer, we feel better, but they radiate also to others. So in a sense, we can help others. It improves our relationships. Yeah. And on the left, a couple of quotes. Yeah. At home, you would say to someone, I love you with all my heart. No one would say, I love you with all my mind or brain. It would not make sense. And at work, actually, I find more and more people start talking using the 4-letter word too, love and care. And they say, I love my work, I love my team, or we actually say, my heart is in it. Very commonly said is, my heart is in it, and it communicates a lot that you are committed, interested. In fact, you'll be reliable. And again, compare it to with someone would say, this particular piece of work, at home in the garden or at work, my brain is in it. And again, it would not make sense. Yeah. So what is this heart? Center of feeling, center of compassion, love, but also feeling connectedness, which is a big issue for people, especially now when we are often more separated from others. It is the center of calmness, hence we have the saying, I feel peace in my heart. It is also throughout the ages what people have described as the source of inner happiness, inner joy. Yeah. And again, like we've seen in the video clip, it's the source of inner knowing, intuition, realization, or what I sometimes refer to as deep heart intelligence. Now, this sounds a little bit exotic, but it's not really. You can go and read research of successful entrepreneurs or business people, and the research says they use around 70% of intuition to make decisions, and hence they're very successful. Now, intuition, realization, inner knowing, gut feeling, they all point to the heart. Now, what is this heart and what can it do for anyone really when it becomes more active? It's a powerful tool, and this is a part lesser known about the heart. When the heart becomes active, it can unburden that person who decides to make the heart more active. It can clear the burdensome, heavy emotions or other negativities that are within, but the more it becomes clearer, they're actually accumulated around or even within the heart. They're center of authenticity. So when our heart is active, we become more who we are. And of course, we communicate into the world in terms of feeling and in terms of that the greater completion who we are. At the work level, the heart facilitates team cohesion. At home, it's family cohesion. And I'm quite passionate about taking heart learning into workplaces too, and have done a lot in that space. It also builds the higher level leadership competencies. It's also your center of inner strength and resilience. Now, I'd like to go, of course, beyond talking about it. So the next part is an exercise where I'm inviting you to participate, and it's quite simple and safe. I will solely ask you to close your eyes and recall a beautiful event, and I'll say a few more words about it, and then we see what happens. And again, the heart capacity, just in summary, perhaps heart capacity building is quite new. And it is the overall condition and strength of your heart that determines how you respond to conflict and difficult situations or challenging interactions. So when your heart is pure, when you have a big heart, that purity, that heart radiance will protect you while also giving you inner strength. So it's actually something quite important. So let us move to this first exercise where I'm inviting you to close your eyes. So we start now. So please be comfortable on your chair. It's good if you can lean back. And when you're ready, and if you want to participate, close your eyes and then think of a special, beautiful, or joyful moment you've experienced anytime in the past. So keep your eyes closed. Think of a special, beautiful, and joyful moment you've experienced anytime in the past. And then be keeping your eyes closed, staying quite relaxed. It is helpful to let go of the details of the moment and really allow yourself to re-experience the beautiful feelings you had during that special, beautiful, joyful moment. Just re-experience the feelings you had without looking for any detail. And then before you open your eyes again, just realize or feel, what are you feeling? Where are you feeling it? And how much does it spread, or etc. So just feel, how are you feeling now overall? But where is the center of your feeling? And then again, Jackie, if you can help a little bit, if we can have one or two comments, that would be wonderful. So in your Q&A, just type a comment, or where you're feeling it. How, you don't need to describe, please don't describe what kind of moment or whatever, that's quite personal. But the kind of feelings and where. So there's a chat, maybe I need to, okay. So let's give it 1 more minute or 2 more minutes, Warmth in my chest, wonderful, Calmness in my body, thank you, Emma. Now I call this we experiment, we experimented with that strange mathematical formula, before. Now we are allowing ourselves to feel a positive or beautiful moment from the past, the breathing was deeper, wonderful. Okay, now let's repeat the same exercise again. But this time, I add a couple of things to it, and we want to see what happens, So please again close your eyes. be quite comfortable, quite relaxed on your chair, lean back, and think it's the same moment is okay. I think again of a special, beautiful, joyful moment you've experienced in the past. And then, like before, don't focus too much on the details. Allow yourself to re-experience the beautiful feelings, joyful feelings, whatever the feelings you have in that moment. And now just relax and smile. Relax more, smile a little bit, smile more freely. And notice what is happening to the feelings as you allow yourself to become more relaxed, even more relaxed. Smile or smile more freely. And now I changed the instruction. Observe the beautiful feelings. It's like an inner observing. Observe, watch the beautiful feelings wherever you feel them. Some of you sit somewhere in the chest area. So watch the beautiful feelings as if you want to monitor them more carefully. Notice what is happening when you start to watch or monitor. And then let go of this watching, monitoring instruction. Just let go of that and again relax and smile. Relax and smile and just allow yourself to re-experience the feelings. Just allow, relax and smile. And notice again any change in feeling that you experience. Okay, and then we come back to now, this moment. Please open your eyes when you're ready. And perhaps we can share again in the chat or however, Q&A, etc. What happened this time? Not so much where did you feel the feeling, but you can of course share that again too. But what happened when you were just relaxing, smiling compared to observing the feeling? We're talking already the subtle working of the heart, but the heart is there, we have it. So as we start to talk about it and do it practically, you exercise, you practice your heart. Okay, that was a nice comment. Yeah, thank you. Breathing slow and warm, felt my body slightly lifting. Heart rate slowed down. Yeah, wonderful. Now, with those comments, it's quite beautiful. They are already so directly associated with feeling more peaceful, with feeling more calm, more relaxed. Yeah, they're beautiful, positive feelings. Yeah, and the body slightly lifting means some of our heaviness, also energetic heaviness, must have shifted, changed. Yeah? Heart rate slower down, we know is something quite important to improve our relaxation, and we actually know stress is one of the major causes of all the illnesses around. Yeah. It felt more real. That's really beautiful sharing. Chest more open. We already starting the process of engaging the heart more and strengthening the heart more, building the capacity of the heart, opening the heart. Different words for actually the same process. The most important part is to engage, to start the process rather than talking about it, having it as an academic discussion. Beautiful. So let us now move on. There's another exercise I want to share with you. So I'm sharing my screen again. Am I sharing my screen? I hope I do. No. Now I need some feedback here. Am I sharing my screen, guys?
Not yet, no.
So I'm in the Zoom. I open the Zoom, share screen.
Got it.
Okay, thank you. That was good. That feedback. So the slides you will get, I'm really quite strong to give you the material to empower you to repeat, connect, and the heart is something quite beautiful. Like going back to the mathematical exercise, when you learn the times table, what is 3 times 2 is like 6. Once you know that, so you don't have to go back to primary school to study that again. heart is different. Every time you practice your heart with the exercises I'm sharing with you, you can go deeper, cleanse, purify, enlighten your heart more, but also have more of the beautiful feelings you're already clearly starting to feel. Yeah. So this was the slide I just shared with you before. And the second part of the exercise. Yeah. So when we watch the feeling, is the mind is more engaged again. So the correct responses, but it may take some time to distinguish that. The correct responses are the feeling reduces a little bit because I'm engaging my mind to watch the feeling, which is the heart. If I just relax and smile, the heart will be more free and the feeling can deepen again. Yeah? So in terms of empowering the heart, I come back to the research from earlier. Yeah? The majority of the mind and brain is almost always active, including when we sleep. Yeah? So we practice the body, we're familiar with that. We also have practiced the mind, we are familiar with it, we use it all the time. How about the heart? Now, this is a little sketch from the book just to illustrate where is the heart. So the second heart is at the center of the chest, is at the armpit level. There is the heart and then the core of the heart. Some refer to it as the inner heart. How do you find it? I just sit up a little bit more watching my screen. Yeah. So you go just in front of the armpit, and then you draw a line across from armpit to armpit, and where you reach the center, exactly the middle, you
Class, you've just frozen. Hope you can still hear us.
touch with one or two fingers. This is what I recommend. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Now, Ron, yeah, I want you now. This is me. Oh, am I back online?
Yeah, just now. Yeah, it was just a little bit of a wonky signal.
Yeah, I just realized I had a call coming in. So,
okay.
Okay, so you can see the location of the heart. I did show once. You draw this line from armpit to armpit. You stay in the middle, and then just relax your arm, and touch that gently with one or two fingers, not to do something. And now, but another experiment before we start the what I call the core heart steps. Just point to yourself and say, "This is me." You can say it out loud or in your mind, "This is me. I don't want to do it." Yeah. So if you do that, "This is me," and you point to yourself, where do you point at? Anyone would like to write in the chat, or say, where do you point at? Yeah. I leave it up to you. Yeah. But where people normally point at, they say, "This is me." No one points here. "This is me." This is me. They point somewhere to the chest, which is the location of the heart, and the inner heart. We actually or sometimes refer to. This is the deeper part of us, our true or truer self. Now, I want to share with you practically again the core heart steps, and we can do it briefly here. And I show you where you can access it as a little audio recording and do it in a more relaxed and slightly extended way. Yeah. So if you want to participate, I want to share with you the 5 heart connecting, heart capacity building, heart strengthening steps. On the slide are the first 3, and I explain the other ones too. So you want to have the body relaxed. So if the body is relaxed, there's also a feedback loop back to the brain saying no need to be kind of in the starting blocks to do something. Brain can also relax, which allows the heart to have more space, which is very important as we start to strengthen our heart. We need to close the eyes, reducing the stimulation back to the brain. We need to touch the heart. So as we touch there, making a line touch, we can drop more down to the second center of who we are, center of feeling, center of intelligence, and so on. The 4th step then is to smile to the heart. So as you smile, your mind will be calmed by the smiling, but the smile by one intention only to the heart will give the natural strength to the heart. And then the fifth one is you want to keep feeling. The activity of the brain is to think. Yeah? The activity of the mind is to feel. Hence, I feel love and care for others. So if you want to participate, we give that a try, like this beautiful child. Yeah? So I'm inviting you again, if you like to participate, to close your eyes. Have your head in a neutral position, as if you are like looking at some far horizon. And then just relax for a few moments. Give it a bit of time to just allow yourself to sink to the chair and lean back. Do a couple of rounds of deep breath. And again, on my website, there is, I think, a $2 download relaxation, which I recommend to do before you do your heart strengthening. And then, as you feel you're quite relaxed, close your eyes or keep your eyes closed. Then touch your heart. So bring your hand, 2 fingers, just in front of your armpit. Draw that line to the center of your chest, and then keep 1, 2, 3 fingers. At that point, and the moment you touch, you want to be there with your feeling. Just be there with your feeling. Then step 4, smile to your heart. Now, if you can show the smile on your face too, it will make a big difference. Smile to your heart. Smile freely and let go everything else. Thoughts come, that is quite normal, so allow the thoughts to flow. But as thoughts come and you relax and smile, remember that smiling will calm the mind and strengthen the heart. So smile more freely. And then for a few moments, just relax, keep eyes closed. And just keep smiling freely to your heart. And smile to your heart without thinking how it may work or where it is. Yeah. The heart has its own intelligence. Yeah. And we know when someone walks up to us, we love this, and they smile to us, there's a response inside. So your heart recognizes the connection, the person, and so on. But let that analogy help us a little bit more. With your eyes still closed, still smiling. Think of someone who is in your life now or in the past, who you really like or even love. How would you smile if that person would be there right now? Or how did you smile in the past when you with that person? And as you feel your smile become more filled with feeling, more free, smile like that to your heart. And please let go of the person. But smile with that feeling, with that freeness to your heart. And feel your heart responding, or feel whatever you feel in your chest. I don't want to specify too much. Feel the feeling. And if there is a feeling, number 5 is follow the feeling. It's either feel the feeling or be where your chest is, your heart with your feeling. Or even follow the feeling. As you follow the feeling, everything can deepen. Keep smiling. Keep smiling, feeling. Feel. Let go everything else. Yeah. Now I just want to give this as a brief introduction. Before you open your eyes or stop the practice, just feel, how do you feel overall? How is the feeling from your chest or your heart area? And again, if you like to share in the chat or the Q&A, I think the chat works well for us. If you want to share, how do you feel overall in terms of calmness, lightness, or any other feeling? Or yeah, how do you feel overall, but also what any particular sensations you felt around this heart space. Yeah, relaxed and rested. Thank you. Peaceful. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I make comment as your comments come onto the screen. Yeah, peaceful. We talked earlier. Heart is the center of peace. So the moment you strengthen your heart, you can feel calmer, more peaceful, which is something we value a lot. Yeah? And it's quite important at home, at work. If someone is agitated, stressed, we don't like to approach them that easily. But if someone is calm, peaceful, we feel more comfortable to engage with them, to talk with them, to work on stuff with them, and so on. Yeah. Yeah. And then rested. Nice comment again. Rested, where I normally feel headache and pain and so on. Yeah. Your heart actually has a beautiful ability through its energy radiance to start to tackle certain problems and reduce the tension and the cause of the problem even, yeah? Which in more natural therapy we know a lot of energetic causes are there to cause us problems and so on. Yeah. Now, because we've just done the heart strengthening, I want to share the screen with you. From the website of the book. Yeah, just briefly have a look at that. So there's an online shop, and the online shop has the relaxation, and you can see it's like $2 to download. And then what we just did was the heart connecting. When we really engage the heart, we start to go deeper and deeper. So it's something quite powerful. And then after, I normally recommend after 2 weeks, you then progress to heart strengthening. And I put different elements in there to really progress the learning of the heart. I've also want to show there's heart learning tools, the free ones. Yeah, there are some documents to look at. For example, the first on where to touch and how, and the 5 steps are listed there. But there's also further down a couple of introductions. So the general introduction, audio 1, and then a more specific introduction giving quite detailed practice tips. So just wanted to share that with you. So it's available, you can practice, and you can share that with clients or with friends and family members. It's something quite beautiful to do. Now, let us just look at a couple of slides again. So those heart learning steps. We just had the 5 steps: relax, close your eyes, touch your heart, smile to your heart, keep feeling or follow the feeling. I just showed you the free resources, the shop. And again, the shop is really only there so I can maintain the website and so on. Yeah. So I recommend to do it properly, and we call it wholeheartedly even. Yeah. Download the instructional audios, download the relaxation or the first heart connecting practice. And I'm just reviewing all of that. There will even be a meditation as another audio you didn't see before. Yeah. Heart learning is something very, very deep. So the core heart feelings we talked about. So on the top right here, the core heart feelings are calmness and peacefulness. You started to feel that instantly. Feeling light. Many people report after some heart strengthening in the way we just did it, they feel lighter. Yeah, and that feeling lighter means your heart has unburdened something, and a lot actually goes without us even knowing what goes. Yeah, but they are burdens. They limit the heart. They limit access to our heart. Joy and love for others we talked about. Of course, love is the unconditional love that will start to grow more. The love that doesn't want and doesn't need exchange. That is just so beautiful to feel, and we know it is there and it's there to be shared. But at some place or in some way also is self-acceptance, which is something is quite a big topic out there. Yeah. Now, when we deeply connect to the heart and start to the journey of heart strengthening, heart connecting, it's important to talk about at some point the burdens that will be touched by your heart and cleansed, there'll be a response, like some tears, some sadness will rise, which is actually quite wonderful because you know your heart is working. Yeah, sometimes you feel a bit of irritation or anger or whatever, but the most common one is some sadness. So in the audios, the free audios, I talk more about that. Just let go, but come back after a few seconds to remembering those heart strengthening steps. So you can have that initial letting go, allowing the tears to come or surface. And then at the same time, you want to keep your heart strong, engaged, to clear not only what has come to the surface and you are aware of, but also the root system, the causes, the deeper lying stuff that is limiting our ability to be peaceful, to be happy, to be calm, and to be filled with love and self-acceptance. So in terms of more practical heart tips, I just can touch on that now. You need to be patient, give your heart time. The 5 steps are really the essence, they will work. The key is really the 3rd bullet point. Be relaxed and smile, because that will allow the mind to be as calm as it can be. It will always want to say something, but it will also strengthen your heart, and then your heart will do the work, which is really what we want to engage in to become stronger, to achieve our individual heart-mind balance. Avoid adding to the steps, avoid opening your eyes if not necessary. Avoid this inner looking, observing. We practiced a little bit before. And sometimes you feel something happening, sometimes not. Please don't be concerned, because underneath, as soon as you engage with those steps, your heart will work. And the positive feelings will grow invariably. This is just to skip through a couple of slides on my website, some really beautiful video clips of people. Some of them, it's not my privilege to share or my right to share, but some had really big personal problems, but they share quite beautifully in short clips on the website. So I'm inviting you to watch those clips. I have worked in workplaces, I shared that with you before, and I want to share with you, like the tiger here jumping as a leap between the mind and heart, which I hope many people make more clear, more direct, and so on. But in terms of workplace programs, the large bars actually show the improvement. For example, in a 4-hour workshop in a workplace, people self-reported 80% improvement in feeling negative emotions or experiencing a reduction in negative emotions. Now, 80% is quite a lot, and 4 hours is not a long time. Resilience from the heart. Again, a couple of quotes from people that have had the journey of the heart on my website. Again, more quotes, more testimonials, and the clips. So what some of you felt and nicely and thankfully shared before, feeling calmer, feeling some of the symptoms normally would be there are no longer there. The heart works quite quickly and quite instantly. This is a beautiful man, Stephen Covey, psychologist, business consultant. He's got a PhD in psychology. Prepare your heart and mind before you prepare a speech. But I want to change that, not just a speech, also before you talk at home. The outcome will be different, your interactions will be different. And it's something quite beautiful to experience. Of course, here we focus. If you want to do something in the workplace, we can talk about an online program or even physical program in the workplace. There are also community-based heart learning. I normally recommend the True Heart organization or Natural Way of Living, because their practical understanding of the heart is deeper than some of the other heart learning organizations you might come across. Now, if Jackie, we can have the 4th poll. How are you feeling now? If we can do that 4th poll. And then we go to the question and answer section. Yeah, we just allow for a couple more responses. Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Jackie. I'm mindful of the time, so the pathway of learning at work, but it applies at home too. So you start with well-being, resilience, and then your engagement, building a stronger team at home, at work will be the progression of the hard learning. And like I indicated before, the deeper leadership learning is also associated with the heart, or that deeper intelligence we have. This is quite workplace focused. We need a change of heart, so change programs at work, they're very difficult to implement. So again, hard learning can strongly support that. I do individual coaching. This is a statement from someone in a quite high-level manager, feeling a lot of anxiety around job and job loss in COVID times, of course, at the moment. And again, working on a 10-session program in the case has really calmed the person down quite deeply, and in fact, they're even helping others now. Continued hard learning on the slides, and Jackie said they will be later up. My book is very practical and very empowering. It gives you the tools to continue your journey of learning about the heart. I referred already to the audios online, and especially audio 1, the general introduction, is a beautiful story about someone, Jeremy, I call the person, but it's a real story of someone who just went through some of the early exercises in the book, and his normal mental health problems, in his case, very deep depression coming on annually, was greatly reduced. And in fact, he wanted to get a second copy of the book for a friend. Contact details here. Summary: you have learned about what the heart is, what it can facilitate for you. It is the core of inner strength, resilience. From the heart, we connect heart to others, radiate understanding, compassion, love, and care. And from there, of course, we support more holistically, authentically, when the heart is actively engaged, or we tend to our own heart. Thank you very much. Time for questions or comments. I'd be very grateful for either of that.
Klaus, thank you. What a beautiful way to start our Veterans Health Week, and to start the weekend.
Thank you, Jackie.
Very relaxed and a lovely gentle presentation. Can I ask? There's a question we have come through. Someone's asking about the research into the effectiveness of the work that you're doing. Are we able to post those links on the website later, if you're able to get those to me?
Yeah, I will pull them out. There is research, and again, look, I'm happy to pull them out. They are partially already linked. The links to hard learning places are already linked in the website. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that. So thank you for that question, because I know that people who will be watching this, who are on now and will be watching later, they are often informing decision makers about types of methodologies that could actually help people, assist people, veterans, with their health and their families as well. So Klaus, can I say thank you so much for being with us today. It's lovely to have another presenter from Tassie joining us. So I know you're a real island bastion state at the moment, aren't you? No one's allowed in or out. But thanks for technology, hey?
No, thank you, really, Jackie. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And look, I'll make an entry-level comment about the research. The book I've written is there's about 40, 50 stories in there. And narrative inquiry is a growing research element, because when people share their story, they are coming from a place of whole experience that has not been reduced by some of the research approaches. So the narratives of stories that are in the book, on the website, or HeartMath Institute has done a lot of research. So early pointers are for people to go there to start to do their own little exploration. And some of the research are, of course, within that what I just mentioned. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the rest of the
Have
summit.
a good rest of the week, and join us for some other summit events. Thanks so much, Klaus. Bye now.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.